Hello everyone, RuneSmith here. Before this video I thought I'd add a quick disclaimer saying that if you are going to carry around picks or any tools, check your local laws. Don't listen to me, I'm not giving you any legal advice, and whatever you choose to do is on you. Hello everyone, RuneSmith here. I'm back after quite a long time, and today I have a quick video regarding lockpicking EDC. So remember, if you're talking on LPU websites or subreddits, anything like that, then picking locks in use is against the rules and against the spirit of Locksport. However, there are different philosophies in Locksport. So some people learn lockpicking as a practical skill that gets them out of a pinch. Some people have it as a side hobby to being a locksmith. Some people use it as a gateway into locksmithing. On my channel, I don't judge, so you can talk about whatever you like, and if you pick locks that you own that are in use, or you have permission to pick that are in use, I have no problems with that at all. So say whatever you want to, but this is going to be focused on compact sets that you can carry around with you, and I've tried to keep it as compact as possible. This is by no means all of the sets I have, not even close EDC style, but I'm going to give you a few different flavors of what you can do for a lockpicking EDC. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is a compact set, and this is one of my favorite compact full sets, which is the Sparrow's Skizzle, and I really like it because the SPP options are great. Nice selection of SPPing options there, and some classic rakes and some new style rakes too. It also comes with a full set of tensioners. My favorite style tensioners, where it's the top of the keyway short end and the long end there. It's got, I call these raking tensioners because they've got a bit of spring to them, so it allows you to rake a bit better, and the core can turn a little bit, allowing you to put spools into place and other security pins into place. And then it's got your set of top of the keyway pry bars, which a lot of people like. And all of that fits into this tiny little package here. If you'd like a size comparison, this is a master number 5. And I know a lot of you have these as well. So there's a Brinks. Can't remember the model number of this, but you'll know it just by looking at it. The drawback of this particular set is if you require comfortable handles, this is not the set for you, because essentially it's a wiper insert set. That's where the design came from, and it's very minimalist. It would be very easy to print out. I'm not sure if anyone remembers them, but a while ago somebody designed 3D printable handles for wiper inserts, so you could check to see, and you could chuck one of the handles in there and just use it for whatever. I think Sparrows should do that themselves. I think that would be a great addition to this set. Just one interchangeable handle would make the absolute difference. So that's one option. A full compact set. Now your next most common option will be some form of lockpick jackknife. So there's this style. It's very cheap, it's very replaceable. And so this is another option. This is the Greyhound version of the Southern Specialties lockpick tools jackknife. He had it specially laser engraved for me. And that comes with, you can select what profiles, and it comes with the top of the keyway in there and bottom. Then I'll carry a set of top of the keyway pry bars with it, and I normally have some folded mica card in this there. So that's another good option. That's a more substantial handle, and a more compact pick set. However, your feedback on a jackknife will be a lot less than something minimalist like this. The more minimal your handle gets, the better the feedback transfers. So, although it's not as comfortable, you can feel it's a lot more precise, a lot more precision instrument. When you have a small handle like this, it's not dampened by plastic handles or rubber handles or anything like that. You can feel everything that's going on. Whereas with a jackknife, it's got a lot going on, it's got a lot of weight, and you can feel a lot less. Your next option is another commercial option, which is lockpick pens. Now, I think the two most popular at the moment are the diamond one, the cheaper version, which is H&H, and this Southord one. So you screw the back off like this. You get one tensioning option with it, which is this. It slips out a lot if you try to use it top of the keyway. It doesn't really work at all. But it's not a bad bottom of the keyway tensioner. And then you can choose what profiles you like to carry. And they're very simple designs. So if you can make picks, you can make your own. Or even file down picks you already own to fit. There's a few good profiles there. The feedback on them is pretty good. I wouldn't complain about it. But what I would complain about slightly is the fact that it's completely round. Sometimes it turns in your hand when you're trying to pick. Not often, and you do get used to it, but that is something that it does. Moving on, we've got these little riveted style picks. So this one is the Riz pick, is actually a little screw rivet sort of thing on this one that you can tighten and adjust. And these are all 20 thousandths, I believe. Maybe 25. And that gives you a nice selection of hooks. You will have to carry something extra for a tensioner, but this can slip inside wallets, this can go many different places, and it can go completely unnoticed. So that's another nice little option, and these are very good still. Moving on to the last couple. You can have something a bit fun like this. I've made this little keyring holder for it. And this is the Sparrow set. It's the slashers. They come around Halloween, so that's coming very soon. You get a couple of good EDC profiles. And they suggest carrying around a bit of wiper insert with it. What I like to do is, just because that's what fits in my case, is this tiny bit here. And I have one end which I filed down slightly, and one end which I haven't. So that gives me the options for smaller keyways. I just put it in and then bend it. Or where I need a wider tensioner, again, same thing, just put it in, bend it round. And you can make as many of these as you want. Very cheap, very fast, very easy. And this is a fun little set. And finally, you can go with the one pick option. So I've made this was actually part of a challenge. I wanted to make a pick for free with just found materials and hand tools. So this is what I could find on the day, and it's a street sweeper bristle, half diamond. It's coffee stirrers that I got from Costa or Starbucks, something like that. A little bit of shrink tube, which I found in an old toolbox. And I heated up some wire with a lighter, and I burnt a couple of little runes into it just to keep it my style. Then we've got a bent wiper insert. And I think, oh yeah, this was another part of a street sweeper bristle. They were quite brittle when I was bending them, so I heated it up to make it easier to bend. So I've got tensioner there, and I filed a jiggler key into that to keep it as minimal as possible. And finally, I added this one just for this today. This was not made by me, but 0.8mm top of the keyway and bottom of the keyway tensioner. And all of this fits into, you could definitely fit more if you wanted to, but all of this fits into a nail kit case. So I think this, tweezers actually. So I bought a set of tweezers ages ago, and it was a set of 3, and it has this nice little fake leather case with it, which fits some tools very nicely. So those are the options you have for EDC, everyday carry. I'd like to talk to you more about your everyday carry, and to me it doesn't matter which option you pick or how you like to design your everyday carry. What is the important thing to me is that you practice with your everyday carry. So lots of people will be picking day in, day out with their lovely, nice Jimmy Long's picks with beautiful handles and great steel and different thicknesses with perfect tensioners for every lock they come across. And they'll think they're the best picker in the world, and they'll carry around some small little emergency pick like this, or the mace picks, or the slasher picks, and they won't be able to use them when they get into a pinch because they haven't practiced with the tools that they're actually going to need. If you are carrying something around, you need to practice with those specific picks. You need to know how they work, how they feel, and practice as much as you can with them. That's the important thing. So I have practiced with all of these, not too bad with each set, especially against common locks. So if we just get something on the easier side, let's see what I've got. Something like this Abus 7240. Get the tensioner in it there. Put my half diamond in. Try and get that full set as fast as I can. There we go. Then I'm just looking for the counter rotation on each pin. There we go. So everyday sort of locks, make sure you're doing your everyday practice with the tools you're going to rely on. Thanks for watching. It's great to be back. I look forward to making more content in the very near future.